Hello, welcome to Possibilities Cafe. I'm Karen Barner, your host. Possibilities Cafe is for women over 50 who are trying to decide what's next in their life. Most women I find want to start businesses. They want to heal their past. They want to decide who they are, but they struggle with it because for so many years they've feared asking that question, who am I? They fear becoming spiritual adventurers and doing the deep dive, looking to find their blue rose. What is their uniqueness? And that's what today's episode is about. Episode number 48, Find Your Blue Rose and Why. Every person on this planet has a unique calling. Every woman on this planet is much greater than you think you are. You can be so much more than we all think we can be because we've been programmed since little girls to not show off. Don't be the center of attention. Don't draw attention to yourself. Especially our age group, isn't it time, you're 18, shouldn't you get married yet? Or you're 21 or you're 25, go to college to find a husband. All that self-talk convinced us that we couldn't be great. But we all have this beautiful, beautiful blue rose inside of us, waiting to blossom, waiting to show the world how magnificent you are, how amazing you are. And the reason why I call it a blue rose is blue roses to this day, and I'm filming this on April 27, 2021, you can still not make or grow a blue rose. It is impossible to go out and grow one. The Chinese have been working on it for, I think, well over 10 years, trying to perfect growing and blooming a blue rose. It's just a genetic freak of nature. They can't be. Doesn't matter what color, what roses they put together. They'll get purple, they'll get red, they'll get everything, but they can't get a blue rose. So when somebody gives you a blue rose, and a lot of people, my family gives me blue roses all the time, they're dyed. They're not natural. So blue rose has taken on a spiritual meaning of new beginnings, enlightenment, enchantment, stepping into who you are, discovering the true you, dreams coming true. When Game of Thrones came on years ago, they were walking. I'll never forget this because my husband looked at me and said, she found her blue rose. Darnisi, I think that was her name, the Lady of the Dragons, was walking during some march, gosh knows doing what. And somebody came up to her and said, you're my queen, I'll support you, here's your blue rose. And from that moment on, she found herself, she stepped into her inner queen. And I think she went crazy down the road, but we'll just let that out. So finding your blue rose is stepping into who you were meant to be. Most of us know who we want to be. I posted something on my Facebook group yesterday. If you're interested, women over 50, what's next? It's a free group about if you own a business, is it the business you like? Is it the business you want to do the rest of your life? And not one person answered, crickets. Now, if I posted that on men for a website for men, I guarantee you it would have been filled with absolutely want to own a business. This is what I'm going to do. But we don't even want to speak our truth inside a group. We don't even want to admit that what our secret dream of owning a business is, or our secret dream of becoming the CEO, or whatever your secret dream is. Maybe you make the best cookies in the world, but you don't even want to admit it. That's why when you find your blue rose, when you step into who you're meant to be, your unique calling, your confidence level will go through the roof. You will learn in that moment in time exactly what people mean when they say she's an unstoppable woman. And you may be there now. You may be in the job of your dreams, living the life of your dreams. And if you do, I honor you. Please put it in the comments here. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching it on iTunes, please give me a review. Might as well plug a review here. I love reviews. Then that's amazing because it is so hard for women to step into their calling. It's so hard for them to become themselves. And the first place to start when you're trying to find your blue rose, and I have been looking for my blue rose for years. If you follow me, you've seen all kinds of things. Now, I talk pretty much on about blue rose, shadows, or the unconscious blocks that are in your mind. And then I swim around personal transformation, business building, this and that. Meanwhile, in the background, I help women build businesses. I just didn't want to declare it because it's like, who am I to build a business? Sure, I started and built a successful not-for-profit. It does extremely well. And I've helped a lot of women build businesses. And in my journey, I've helped 3 women become millionaires and 1 group become a billionaire. But I didn't want to admit that's what I was good at. Because you see, your blue rose is the thing that scares you the most. What do you do or what do you dream about that scares you the most? Chances are that's your blue rose. That's your new beginning. That's your enlightenment. As you walk through the path and you start getting spiritual downloads, whatever you want to call them, spiritual snacks, divine downloads. Somebody, I can't think who it is, Rachel Jane Grover, I think calls them divine breadcrumbs. Whatever you call the messages from the universe, pay attention. Because when we get them, we think, well, that couldn't have been meant for me. Who else was it meant for? We just finished our conference, exhausted. Saturday morning, I was just like, I'm done. I'm going to take a nap. I need a nap. And, for me, divine downloads come between sleep and awake and that lucid thing. And I've been trying to figure out how to write my next book. And I've gone, if you've gone through so many iterations of it. And it hit me. That's a divine download. So then I'm sitting outside Saturday night and, I'm open. I've done meditation, my karma, everything, I'm open. And next thing I heard was, Karen, online business, teach women how to start their business. Quit being afraid of it. Those are digital downloads, I'm sorry. Those are divine downloads. Pay attention because in your divine download is telling you what you should do. And I willing to bet you if I had 100 women in front of me and I said, okay, tell me exactly what you want to do or write it down and nobody will see it, but exactly what you want to do. I bet you 98 would write down exactly what they want to do. Now, if I said to one of them one-to-one, what do you want to do? They'd be like, I don't know. Because we're afraid to admit it. We're afraid to step out to the universe and say, you know what? My superpower is seeing what people are good at and what their blocks are. That's my secret sauce. I mean, yes, I'm good at building tribes, relationships, because I can see people, I understand people. I hear people, I feel people. I can look at somebody and think, man, you'd be so good if you just did this. Or your business is so good if you just tweaked over here. Follow your dream. Find your blue rose. Step into it. Get to clarity in your life. Find the confidence to be that unstoppable woman you dream about, that you know within you are. Go all in and promise yourself that in the rest of 2021, you're going to go all in on who you are. And if you need help, reach out to me. DM me on Facebook, DM me on IG, join my group because we're going to start doing a lot more business talking. We're going to talk a lot more about finding your soul's purpose and removing the unconscious blocks that are getting in your way so you can live in your blue rose. Because since I've announced to the universe what I want to do in my next act, amazing things have opened. My energy that was so heavy has cleared. And we'll talk about that in another podcast. So start looking, find your blue rose, find your new beginning, your enchantment, your enlightenment. And trust me, it is hidden behind the thing that scares you the most. But you can do this because if you can think it, you can be it. If you can think it, it was put inside your soul. It is buried in your soul. I mean, I never sit around thinking, man, I wish I could be a math teacher. My husband's a math teacher. I don't like math. When I do numbers, I get lost because it's not my jam. He loves math. That's his soul's purpose. So I'm not going to sit around one day and think, man, I want to be a math teacher. It's not in my soul. That's how you know it's your soul's calling, because it's a thing you think about over and over and over and over about. If you think about writing books over and over and over, write the book. If you're thinking about starting your own business, making paper mache airplanes and selling them, do that. I mean, was it in The Secret or some book where the guy painted rocks and told them if you held the rock in your pocket, and that's very true. If you hold something in your pocket and you believe it can heal you, it will heal you. It's the power of the mind. He made a great living painting rocks. You can make a living doing pretty much anything if it's your soul's calling. You're coming from it with honesty and integrity and love. So it's time for you to find your blue rose. So start right now. Get out a piece of paper and write down, this is what I really want to do. On April 27, 2021, I'm declaring this is what I want to do. And never leave the scene of a decision without taking action. Just take one action. Just do one thing to move yourself in the power of your direction. And if you have any questions, please, like I said, IM me or DM me on Facebook, IG. You can follow me on TikTok, Twitter, wherever. Okay, I hope this helped you guys. I look forward to talking to you next week. This is Karen Barno, hoping you'll find your gift of why, find your blue rose, and thank you for listening. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.